The hour of the fated rendezvous had arrived. A calm night presided, with the moon hanging low, bathing the landscape in a silvery luminescence. Zelda hastened along the path, her curiosity swelling with each step, until Kakariko village emerged into view. The village lay nestled within stone walls that ascended with imposing majesty. Thick foliage, consisting of vines and trees, cascaded over the walls, a lush cloak that melded seamlessly with the surrounding greenery, offering a natural camouflage. As Zelda's gaze swept over the magnificent structures before her, the tranquility of the moment was abruptly shattered by the sound of rustling footsteps coming from behind. Startled, she turned, and there stood Paya, a welcome sight in the midst of the secrecy that surrounded them. Yet, as they exchanged greetings, Zelda couldn't help but sense an unusual tension in Paya's demeanor. The fleeting avoidance of eye contact and the restless fidgeting of her fingers betrayed an underlying unease. Zelda acknowledged this subtle undercurrent of awkwardness, but quickly dismissed it, attributing it to the clandestine nature of their meeting. Without much word, Paya promptly guided Zelda to a quiet locale beyond the village borders.
"I've done as you asked,"
Zelda said.
"Now tell me, what's this looming shadow you referred to in the letter?"
"Princess,"
Paya responded, her voice steady.
"there are forces at play. Forces that are beyond my control. I need your trust and cooperation. There is something I must disclose, but not here."
Paya guided Zelda forward, their footsteps rustling softly on the grass as they moved closer to a sight that captured the princess's attention. In the pale glow of the moonlight, a wooden carriage and horse gradually came into view. It was an odd sight, heightened by the shroud of a dark cloth draped over the rear of the carriage. Approaching, Paya motioned towards it.
"Please, step inside."
Zelda nodded in silent understanding. With light, cautious steps, she advanced. Bracing herself, she parted open the dark curtain and stepped inside. Her eyes strained in the darkness. To her surprise, the carriage was empty, save for a tangle of rope and patches of black cloth strewn across the wooden floorboard. Perplexed, she thought aloud.
"What are we doing here?"
Following behind, Paya entered the carriage, her presence causing a subtle shift in the air. With a quick motion, she sealed the entryway behind her. And as Paya's gaze met Zelda's, a coldness clouded over her eyes. No words escaped her lips, leaving only silence between them. The expression on Paya's face was unfamiliar to Zelda, a stark departure from the warmth and familiarity she was accustomed to. In the claustrophobic space of the carriage, Zelda's senses heightened. Her body tensed with a jolt of alertness. It was as if a switch had been flipped, instantly snapping her into the present. The silence that fell upon them felt suffocating as it stretched out for what seemed an eternity, every passing second only amplifying Zelda's unease. Questions swirled in her mind. She was desperate for answers that Paya's expression refused to offer. The princess struggled to find her voice, her mind racing for an explanation that eluded her grasp.
"Paya,
She eventually said.
are you all right?"
Paya never changed her expression. She didn't smile. She didn't frown. She didn't make a single sound. She simply stood there, staring back at Zelda in complete, utter silence. A chilling sensation gripped Zelda as she sensed something was deeply amiss. Before she could utter another word, a sharp and searing pain exploded across her forehead. In a single fractured instant, Paya had struck Zelda over the head with a blunt object. Zelda didn't see the attack. The event unfolded in a blur. The pain slammed through every sense, obliterating sight and sound, down to disconnected flashes. She didn't even feel her body hit the ground as the lights abruptly went out. In the span of a heartbeat, darkness rushed in to claim her, swallowing every thought and sensation until nothing remained.